still have to limit yourself, because if anything happens, you're the last one to get paid. Your crews get paid, your people get paid, your bills get paid. You are the last one paid if anything goes wrong. So, I mean, another reason why I sold is it can get exhausting being responsible for so many people. Just being the only sole responsible person for their.
Hey, what's up, roofing fam? Welcome to one more episode, Roofers Going Digital TV, where we present the latest trends and the leaders that are changing the path of the roofing industry. And this time, I have a professional that I wanted to have in the show for a long time because she has a lot to share. Melanie, welcome to your show.
Thank you, Pancho.
No, welcome. I'm gonna tell you the truth, Melanie. Probably you didn't know me before, but I have seen your company, Alden Roofing, like before. I'm from Austin too.
Okay.
You are from Austin, so I saw your company all the time. Your company was a really recognized company all over the city. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Melanie, can you tell us a little bit of your history? Who are you? What do you do? And why are you here?
Sure. I used to own, like Pancho said, Alden Roofing. My family and I started it back in 2008 in the Dallas area, and we grew it, over 12 years. I think what really helped us make a name, and I didn't realize that you knew us before I actually met you, but it was just getting really involved in the community. It was important for us to be very active, and for all of our people to be active in the community. So we grew our brand that way. And over the years, we grew in success and eventually sold our company.
Okay.
And what I like about RCAT was the collaborating with other roofers. So the way we sold our company was similar, and I actually found the opportunity through my connections with RCAT, the people that I met in RCAT, was introduced to an opportunity where I got to merge with other roofing contractors to make a very large company. So I'm no longer an owner, but I am a shareholder, and I do a lot of the marketing, a lot of the customer success for the new company.
I think selling a company is the end goal or the dream for a lot of people, and a lot of roofing contractors, but I believe not a lot of business owners can achieve it.
Yeah, it can be scary. When I was first presented with the idea, it was so new and it seemed so bigger than me, and that's what other people do, that's what the big companies do. But I just had to figure out my why, and it aligned with my goals of having an exit strategy and then growing personally, because I think as an owner you get stuck. You're the end all, the be all. I mean, you can hire coaches definitely and all of that, but as far as a professional, you can kind of get stunted in your growth. So this allowed me to learn something completely new, merging 23 companies together and their processes and procedures, but also learning from other contractors.
Okay.
And seeing a completely different corporate side of the world. So
nice.
Yeah.
So Melanie, one thing that I wanna be clear before we start going into this topic is, guys, if you wanna sell your company, you need to listen these recommendations that Melanie is going to say, because probably a lot of business owners have that goal in mind, but I bet I have never done it. But it's hard to sell a company, and your company needs to be ready.
It does.
Your company needs to be sharp in every area. Your company needs to be top level. So if you want to sell it, or you can sell it, but you can sell it
you gotta have profit at the end of the day.
Exactly. Yes.
No matter how you go, I didn't do the private equity. I did a different route, but there's different ways and different options for selling your company. But regardless, you're gonna need to have a profitable company. I know a lot of us as business owners, we like to have nothing at the end of the day because we'd rather pay less taxes. That's when we do all of our purchasing of equipment or whatever it may be. But when you're looking to set yourself up to be attractive to any sort of buyer, they're looking for cash flow and for profitability.
Okay, that's actually you start answering my questions. What are some key tips that you can give to the community? Not about selling your company, that were key to your success. Because probably one thing that needs to be super important, don't think about selling your company. Focus on having a strong company, you know? What are those key elements that you think like were key to that success, to achieve that?
First off, it's joining associations like RCAT.
Okay.
And meeting different people, and having different opportunities. So the people that I've met have introduced me to my business coach that got me to where I needed to be to sell my company, and make the introductions to the marketing ideas that we had, and just learning from other contractors and their mistakes, you know, so you don't have to make the same ones. That's what I like to do in RCAT as the president, is I like to share my past failures, so to hopefully help people avoid those. But really it was the connections that I made, being open to learn and listening, admitting when you need help, asking questions, reaching out to others in the industry, your vendors, making strong partnerships with the vendors was critical. I mean, I can reach out to them if I'm recruiting, if I need business advice, and then, you know, like I was trying to think how to explain it, but if I just need to open up a new market and I want crew availability, they'll connect me with people there. If I need, you know, like when we're looking at acquiring companies, they also can help us weed out, you know, some of the maybe not so, they might look good on paper, but they're not the quality folks that we're looking for.
Okay.
So they can also give good recommendations there. But yeah, I think it was just the connections.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. But as a business owner, regardless, know your numbers.
Know your numbers. Make
Hire
a profit.
Professional.
Hire coaches and professionals for training.
Yes. Hire professionals for your legal, for your numbers. Know your numbers, but don't do them yourself. So that was the big thing that I learned as a small company and growing into it, is that I needed the right insurance, and knowing what insurance coverages I had.
Okay.
The legal aspect, the liabilities.
Okay.
That was huge, because you can build your company to be, you know, as big as you want it to be, whatever your sales goal is. But one thing happens in a liability standpoint or legal standpoint, and it can ruin the whole thing. So you gotta hire the right professionals for those aspects of your business.
Were you doing all this work? Mm-hmm. Like you just said, you were not doing?
I was doing it. No, I started
you
QuickBooks,
doing
and
it?
I had to learn QuickBooks myself.
And then delegate. Mm-hmm. So that's super important, because I think one of the first mistakes for business owners in general is that first you need to do it yourself, because one of the mistakes is you hire someone right away when you haven't learned the foundations.
Well, you need to know just enough, because you need to be able to check in and make sure and audit and verify that they're doing it correctly, you know, and know what you're looking for. But you shouldn't have to do it all yourself.
How do you learn all the areas of the business?
Well, for me, I learned it trial and error.
Okay.
So it took a while for our business to grow.
With time?
It took time. And then I did start working in a roofing company. Shocker, I know you've never heard that story before.
No.
About working for a roofing company before we started our own.
Okay.
So I got a little bit of knowledge there.
Okay.
But I think it's just your standard basic business principles, because you can apply them to any industry.
Also, there is no silver bullet that somebody told you and you implemented and then you sold it?
No, unfortunately, I did not hire a coach until way later in my career.
Okay.
But no, I had to learn from trial and error. I mean, we had some years we did phenomenal, you know? We would climb up to 8 million our third year. And then we would kind of lose track of it. We'd get comfortable. And so we'd get tired.
Yes.
And so we kind of laid back and let our team do it, and we weren't as hands-on. And then we'd lose momentum.
Right.
And then we'd drop down in sales, and then we'd have to start all over again. So consistency is key.
Okay.
It is. I mean, you don't have to do all the work, but you have to be in your business every day in
On
some
top
capacity.
of your business.
In some capacity, yes, always.
What do you think about there is a recommendation that a lot, like you have heard it thousands, if not millions of times, like work on your business. Have you heard about that one? Work on your business.
Not in your business.
Not in
Yes.
your business. And that's the key, everybody knows it. Is that easy?
Oh no, absolutely not. Especially if you're a control freak like me. Like being able to delegate and have faith in your team to do those things, as long as you have the proper training and you check in and you know, audit, you do some spot checks. As long as you can do that and allow them to make mistakes, allow them to learn from their mistakes, it's only going to get better. But that was a hard part for me, was losing control.
Yes.
Not doing it myself because it was going to be perfect. Yeah.
That's another, like, it can be like, probably you delegate too fast, or the other one is that you don't delegate because you don't trust. And I think you need to find the balance between these two parts, and that's the hard part.
Well, I did get one piece of advice that really stuck with me when I was struggling with my company was growing so much, and we had just merged in with a bunch of other companies. I couldn't do everything. Like I had so many things, so many new things I needed to focus on that I wasn't able to do the day-to-day. So I had to delegate, and I was told, when I'm doing something, if I'm in the middle of doing something, I need to stop and ask myself, should I be doing this? Should I be doing this? And should I be doing this alone? So what that meant was, is this a task that only I can do, or should this be delegated to someone else? And then the one part about, should I be doing this alone? If I was the only one who had the ability to do it, then I need to pull my number two in the room, even if it's going to take me a little longer to do the task, and I need to show them what I'm doing. I need to walk them through. So I don't need to be doing it alone. I need to be training my number two, because you always want to have a backup.
Okay, that's super. I love these tips, Melanie. I think and probably a lot of people have heard them before, because we are not saying anything like, oh, this is like another world, like information.
It's nothing new,
It's nothing new, but doing it is the hard part, like going through that. That's why I love it. But when you say it, that you went through all that, you sold the company successfully, when you say it, that's different, you know, like you did it.
You need to learn to actually apply the principles that you learn whenever you're doing something completely different, or something big or new, or wanting to grow.
Yes.
You got to do the work.
You have to do the work. What other recommendation would you give to the roofing business owners, or what mistakes have you seen that a lot of business owners make that probably they can avoid?
I would say, when it comes, if we're talking about roofing business owners, one of the most common things I've noticed is with recruiting and hiring sales teams.
Okay.
I mean, that's always a hot topic. Everyone struggles with it. I think that in order to, before you start recruiting and training, you need to make sure that the environment you're bringing people into is ready. So do you have a training program? Do you know your core values? And this is everything that my coach taught me, and it changed the game. When we actually started applying this, we had to stop what we were doing, stop recruiting, and get our ducks in a row.
Step back.
Like, step back, who are we? Who are we looking for? What does that person look like? What do we want from them? What are we going to provide them? What do we expect? You know, like coming up with all of that. So when we were ready to bring people on, they knew that they were ready, they could trust us, and they stayed for a long time. So we provided value and quality training and ongoing training. That was the big thing that I learned.
And that's super important, because a lot of people is, let's hire, let's send them to sell.
See who sticks.
Yes. What's
Yeah.
your structure? Structure? I don't have a structure. What's that?
Here's some folders, there's a map, go get it. Yeah.
Without training.
Yeah. That's the common thing in the industry.
And what happened when you do that? They leave. People leave
Right.
because they don't see the vision. They don't see the, like, what are they? They're like, yeah. And one of the problem in the roofing industry is like people wanna scale fast. Why? Because what is the first thing that you hear when you are getting into the roofing industry? Like, that's where the money is.
Well, it is. Yeah.
It
The money
is.
is there. Yeah.
Yes, the problem is like getting there. That's getting it is not easy. I believe that is not easy. You need to put a lot of work, and a lot of people think like just getting here and working like as a normal job, you are going to start getting all this money, and it's not true. It's a lot of hard work, a lot of pain.
You see the overnight success companies, I've met them and I'm blown away. But you don't realize the back-end preparation, the systems, the process, the investments they put in, the technology they put into place. Like, they had everything ready. And then when they hit the switch and actually started recruiting and selling, all of a sudden they're, successful quickly. But there is so much back work that goes into being prepared for that.
Yes. Yeah, actually right now I'm in that phase. That right now I step back in the business so I can build it the way we should build it. And it's hard. Sometimes, and I'm gonna tell you the truth, Melanie, I don't recommend people to be a business owner. If you are not ready, don't become a business owner. It's not it's not for everybody. It's a lot of hard work, nights without sleep. Actually, one thing that I recommend, I think we haven't talked about is, I recommend one thing that is called intrapreneur.
Okay.
That you are part of a small company, but you become a partner. You have you earn some profit, but you need to make money for that company. But so it's an intrapreneur. So you work inside the company and you make profit and you grow that company with them. Like a sales. Yes, but your mindset needs to be like as a business owner. Mm-hmm. Like you are like a partner for the company, but most of the responsibilities is like with the owner, you know? Mm-hmm. So that's what I recommend to all the business owners. Yes. So to all the young fellas that are coming and they are watching a lot of Instagram and a lot of social media, and they are seeing the cars, become a business owner, because they are selling training courses, and I see it more with the younger generation. You know, there is a trend of...
It's that hype that...
Yeah, money fast.
It's temporary.
Yes, and that's not true. And become a business owner if you know what it takes to be a business owner.
Yeah, that's a really good... Find out your why. Why do you want to be a business owner? Yeah. I mean, honestly, we stopped making as much money when we transitioned to being a business owner. Maybe it's the model we did, you know, like we didn't take all the money out of our company and use it for ourselves, we grew our company. Nice. So that's what we used the profits for. But our sales team made a whole lot more money than we did, and we preferred it that way.
Exactly.
So, but we were not business owners just to be millionaires. That wasn't our goal. I mean, honestly, I had a unique goal, but I wanted to provide for my employees. So I wanted to provide 100% health insurance for our employees. That was the reason I started. So.
Yeah, and sometimes when you become a business owner, there is a phase, you went through this, that the company is the one who has money, but someone as a person is like, dude, I don't know.
As the owner, yeah.
Yeah, like people see you like, oh, Melanie, it's a business owner, she has a lot of money, look at her company, like, yeah, the money is...
My company's doing well.
Like my family and friends, like, oh, you are doing good. My company is doing good. Like, but myself, dude, I have pay myself like really low salary so I can grow with this.
In the beginning, especially. I mean, now it's a little better once you get more established.
Yes.
Towards the end, but you still have to limit yourself, because if anything happens, you're the last one to get paid. Yes. Your crews get paid, your people get paid, your bills get paid. You are the last one paid if anything goes wrong. So, I mean, another reason why I sold is it can get exhausting being responsible for so many people. You know, just being the only sole responsible person for their
because it's not only them, your employees, it's their families.
It is.
Right now that some of my employees, they have babies, and I feel like I'm thinking about the babies, you know, I'm not thinking about them, it's like their families, it's like them, I need to get this or like grow this or like build this correctly so they can, everyone can grow and they can be here and they can be happy and they can see this like as theirs.
And your people can feel that too. If you're growing your business and truly care about the success of the individuals in your company, your culture's stronger, you have less turnover, you have people who do feel ownership in your company, whether they have actual ownership or not, they feel ownership, they feel part of a team and they want to help you grow it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Your biggest asset.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Now, Melanie, changing a little, thank you for those recommendations and tips, they are super helpful. Now, you participate a lot in RCAT. You are the president of Central Texas Roofing Contractor Association, CTRCA. Why? Well, like you already said it, is because you like the community. But what are the benefits of that roofers can see of joining these associations?
Joining and volunteering, two different questions.
Okay.
So, but joining the association, like I said, it's the connections that you make.
Okay.
And you're going to get, what you put into it is what you'll get out of it, which is also why I volunteer, because I do want to get more out of the connections that I make through RCAT. But I mean, the educational seminars, of course, the RCAT, the fishing tournament, that is the best event of the year. That's how you actually get to know people on a one-to-one personal level, is going to the events, going to the small breakout sessions, and like opening up and meeting people and getting to know them in a social setting. So then I can call, I don't even know how many times I've called Paul Ramon with Ramon Roofing. He's the tile expert. Do we do tile? Yes. Am I the expert in it? No. So that's why I call Paul. If I see a discontinued shingle, I can call Richard. Or if I need something, with commercial roofs. So, but because I've come to these events and I'm active in it,
yes.
I know exactly who to call for what. They know me, they trust me, and I get calls as well. So I'm happy to help.
Yeah.
I mean, I know that it feels like trading your competition, but may the best man win. As long as we all are operating on the same level and we're professionals and we're playing fair, then if they win that job, then they deserved it. I can learn from that.
Some of the members were telling me some stories that they were competing in, not competing, but they were in the same projects bidding it. One of them won it, but then the other company was supporting the company who won the project. They were working together. So even you don't win that project, you're still winning, like helping them, and like probably you.
It's true, and it will come back to you.
It will come back. Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
The support will come back.
The support, and then the other thing is like, how much do you like? We are not gonna say which one is the company, but which one is the company that is making the most in the association? And I'm gonna say something after this,
like a company in general making the most impact.
No, the most money, like not 100 million, 200 million, 500,000 million.
I wouldn't know.
Okay, I know some that are making over 200 million. Probably there is bigger than that. Now, the important thing of joining this association is that you are going to be elbow to elbow with these business owners. The way they think, the way they talk, the way they interact is different, fam.
It is.
And you need to be with them. That's why I think that's one of the most value that I see, one of the most value elements that I see from joining this association is that that's your group of friends. I won't name names. I just don't like to name names. No, it's fine.
Let's say before I joined forces and became larger, before that, when I was Alden Roofing, that's what I got a lot out of was how do they act? Who do they hang out with? What do they do at trade shows? What classes do they go to? Like just kind of almost copying, like learning from, just sitting and listening to them because they'll have the most interesting conversations at the breakfast table. Just being around it. It helped me grow.
Yes.
And talk different, walk different, act different. Yeah, network different.
Yes, everything. And they are tangible things that you don't see, but they are there. And you like, fam, it's not like they are gonna come with you and they are gonna tell you all the secrets. Sometimes they are and I saw it yesterday. Where
at a class.
No, here.
Oh,
like
really?
I introduced to two of my contractors or my clients, and he was like, I'm gonna give you all my know-how to one of my contractors that is growing, is in a different stage. And they were like, I'm gonna give you everything. I was like, damn, like that's what the community is.
It's a community of people who care about the industry in general and not just their own business.
Yes.
So if we come together, if you look around right now, the knowledge, the expertise, the background, the experience that every individual has, and you combine that, that's powerful.
Yes. Yeah, because
Amazing.
Everyone is thinking, how can we leverage to each other? It's not like about me. And that's the way everybody should be thinking, not only in this community, in the RCAT community, but everybody should be thinking like that. Mm-hmm. And another, there is two things that I want to say. First is the specialization. You said it. Companies that are starting, and what's one of the first things that they say? I do everything. Who is your target audience? Property man, everybody. No, and they are starting. Guys, never do that. What's your recommendation about that?
Oh, that's 100%. So we came from a background of shingle roofs. So what did we do when we started? Shingle roofs. And then we picked something we wanted to get good at next. And then we started learning. We started the programs. While this is funding our company, we started learning. We started networking. We found a crew. The best thing in the world is finding the right crew leader in that specialty and having them do turnkey, having them teach you, they can create your estimates for you. I know it sounds a lazy way, but to get in, let's say we wanted to get into metal, the beginning of metal, that was a whole new world to us. So we got in with a metal contractor and we networked, we fed him, we did the sales part and he taught us the estimating part. And then eventually we bought a metal company and did it in-house. You pick the next thing, learn enough about it to not be dangerous to your company, and then start slow. Yeah.
Yes. Actually, I was gonna say that, like, Melanie just said it. Specialize in one thing first, and once you have everything in place, then move. Now, guys, how long is this gonna take? It can take. I don't wanna say that it's not gonna be a short time to do that. It's not gonna be a short-term plan.
For most people, absolutely not.
And probably for you, like how long did you were you?
It was years before we started branching out.
Years, guys,
I
and
had to
probably
get processes in place.
yes, probably we're like 3, 4, 5 years. And don't see it like right now that we are saying these dates, these periods of time. Don't think like everybody is the same. Every company, every business owner, everything is different, but everything is like that.
Similar. Yeah,
Similar.
I've seen the one-offs, the unique companies that do just blow up overnight and stay that way. I've seen it, but it's 1 in 100. So yeah, it's not the norm.
Yes.
You can't compare yourself.
And that's one of the main opportunities that we do, compare ourselves with other business owners. Never do it, fam. And the other topic that I wanted to finish with this before we do the invitation to the association and Central Texas is, guys, remember that all these people in the association, all the contractors association, some of them, for example, they are not competing with you. One of them is gonna be metal, you are gonna be shingle. The other one is $100 million dollars company that is like targeting companies that you, a small company, like you need to go to all that, to all that path to get there. So you are not even competing. Everything is, the market is so big that there is a piece for everyone.
And even if you are talking about apples to apples, so if you have a $5 million company competing with a $5 million company in the same market, there's enough work for everyone. So you just polish your skills, do better if you lose one, figure out why, get better, and may the best man win.
Exactly. And even
or woman.
Yes. Even the company is so big that probably the members of the association are not competing with each other,
No,
it's so big. I heard that 8,000 contractors were in Dallas. I have heard that.
In the DFW, 7 to 8 is what I heard.
I heard 8 to 10. I don't know. I know.
Depends on the weather. If there's a hailstorm, there's brand new roofers already.
Well,
so,
yes. So guys, the market is huge. $52 billion is the roofing industry in 2022. So it's incredible. Melanie, to end this super valuable conversation, can you invite the community to join Central Texas and RCAT and what are we doing locally in San Antonio, Austin, and Waco?
Absolutely. So we do service in Central Texas Roofing Contractors Association. We service all the way from Waco to San Antonio. And it's for associate members, which is your manufacturers or just any kind of vendor, and then also contractors. So we have monthly lunch and learns, one in the Austin area and then one in San Antonio. We alternate every other month. We have social networking events, and then we have parties, that sort of thing. And then we also attend and contribute to the Texas events, so the statewide events.
Yes. Fam, join your local association. Either it can be Central Texas, in Austin, San Antonio, Waco. It can be in Houston, RCAT. It can be in Dallas, North Texas. In El Paso, there is another one. Like, there is 6 different chapters. RCAT has 6 different chapters that you need to join, fam.
And we have the statewide association for the high level, the large, but bringing everyone together. But the reasons the chapters were formed is because in between the big events that the state does, we need to be able to meet with our local contractors, vendors, create those relationships on a more consistent basis. So getting involved and joining a board or a committee or just coming to the lunch and learns, the more you put into it, like I said, the more you're going to get out of it. So The value is there in membership. You just have to participate.
Show up.
Show up.
It's
Show up. And then communicate if there's something that you want. That's what we're here for.
Yes.
I don't get paid to do this for RCAT. I'm a volunteer because I want to provide value to other people because I receive that value as a member. So communicate what you would like to see. If there's a certain topic or training or speaker or hands-on technical training, we can work on providing that.
Yes, I think the vendors network, so they don't get scammed by other marketing agencies. So we can be talking. We can be hours and hours talking about the benefits of joining RCAT and Central Texas. But Melanie, thank you very much for your valuable information.
Thank you.
I want to keep having you in the show, and I want to keep working with you because you have a lot of value to show to the community. You know.
I'm happy to help in any way.
Thank you very much. Is there any message that you want to share to the community before we go?
I'm just saying, get plugged in, whether it's your state association, your national association. Just reach out, ask for help. There's plenty of people in the roofing industry that are willing to help their peers. So, thank you.
Thank you very much. See you later, fam. Thank you. Bye.